Welcome back everyone to Art a la carte. This episode I'm going to show you how to draw a horse laying down. So the first thing I'm going to start blocking in is the shoulders of where the horse is laying. So here's the front shoulders. Then I'm going to add this line here for the backbone and put in a secondary circle for the rump area of the horse. Now we're going to begin adding in the feet of the horse, and they're going to be bent up because they're curled up underneath. So the back hip bone is right here. It comes up to the knee, then back down to the back of the leg, and then the lower part of the leg to the hoof. Makes this kind of like Z shape. The other leg is rotated towards the bottom here. So this hip bone is actually down here, which comes down to the back of the leg, lower part of the leg, and the hoof here. But you're not going to see a lot of this because of the underbelly of the horse. It's going to cover a lot of that up. For the front legs, we have the shoulder blade here, kind of the elbow of the horse, coming up to the knee, and usually tucks in right underneath there with its hoofs. And the other shoulder blade is over here, kind of propping it up. So there's the elbow, this is here, coming up, knee, and then underneath there. And usually you can't see too much of that because it's tucked in between these two legs. The last thing to sketch in is the horse's head. So what I'm doing is here's where the horse's neck is. So it's going to come up to the neck bone, come up here to the skull. There's the tip of the nose. So a larger circle for the head and a smaller circle for the nose. And I can kind of connect that neck down here. Remember, it's okay to overlap things. So you'll see that I'm overlapping the head looking out over and the neck comes in behind it. Because I'm sketching, I'm going to go ahead and just continue drawing that line, even kind of pretending like the horse is see-through. It'll just help me to get those lines in just the right area. And then I'll put the ear arch up here, so I just make an arch, and it helps me to get those ears in right where I need them to be. So our horse is all sketched in. And again, the way I draw is to draw everything very lightly, loosely, so that I can get everything in the right position where I want it before I go back and start adding in my detailed lines or working on that line. I focus on form first and then go back and look at line. After you have everything where you want it, go ahead and take your gummy eraser or whatever kind of eraser you want to use and erase the lines that you don't need anymore. Which, if you know me, is going to be a lot of your lines. I'm going to go ahead and flesh out these legs a little bit, and so I'm going to have just kind of where this knee kind of comes down to the back of the leg and then down to the hoof. So it's more rounded, not as angular. And then the back part of the rump comes in, and I'm going to do a little bit of overlapping. So I'm going to have this line as it's coming around, but I'm going to overlap this line here. So this tucks in underneath, and this line of the back of the leg cuts in front of it. Okay, and I'm going to put in the other back leg. I'm not going to see a lot of this. I won't see the knee or anything like this because of the barrel of the horse or the stomach of the horse. And a lot of this I'm going to push into shadow to really pull things around, so I'm not going to worry about it too much. Put in the shoulder for the horse here and kind of work out the thickness of the legs. And the knee coming down to the front part of the foreleg, into the foreleg, hoof. So I'm really going to push this shoulder out because it's really resting on this shoulder. This is the shoulder that's keeping it from rolling over completely on its side. So this leg comes out to the knee and then tucks in underneath. Okay, and I'll kind of finalize my SketchUp for the horse's head. Have it go underneath the cheek there. Eye socket coming down the bridge of the nose to the nostrils. Okay, and if you want to trick on to where to put the second eye, you know, where exactly does it go? Find your angle between the horse's ears, this part up here is called the poll, and bring that straight down. If you were to cut right between the horse's eyes, just bring that line straight down. And then find this ridge here, this eye socket ridge, and cut across. And it, depending on the angle of the horse, it will be angled. But as it comes across, you kind of measure that distance a little bit, and you can put that eye right in there. It helps you to kind of find that angle, if you can make that kind of T shape. I'm gonna put my nostril in here. I'm going to bring this neckline down a little bit. I don't want it to stop right there at that shoulder. I want it to layer in. You're bringing these lines in to cause overlapping. So you can see the shoulder wrapping in around, but this neck is cutting down in here. All right, so there we have the basic outline shape of our horse. Now it's just time to go in and add in our mane, tail, shadowing, shading, highlighting, all that fun stuff. Add some really good contrast between your shadow and your highlights. I hope you found this tutorial on drawing a horse laying down helpful, and if so, let me know in the comments below. And if you're interested in learning a little bit more about my thoughts on the medium that I use to color this picture with, head over to my channel, Up in the Attic, and I will give a little talk about what I used to color this picture with and kind of my thoughts. Kind of an interesting, I don't know, it's an interesting video to take a peek at. So head on over there, and I'll leave the link in the description box below so you can check that video out and a lot of other videos. Thanks again for drawing with me in this video, and until next time, God bless you guys. Bye-bye.